Her coach says that she has a new sense of energy after she returned from an injury in 2017 and 18.
And you know, right now, Renee Davis and Ray Burrell are really pushing each other. And I think Hodges right now has to be the leader of this team.
Absolutely, especially like you said with 8 freshmen. I mean, she has to talk and almost kind of have a point guard role as a post player because she knows the system.
So Tennessee 2-1 and Furman 1-2, and here we go tonight from Thompson Bowling Arena. Lady Vols with it first. That's Jordan Walker, the point guard. And Marta Suarez now has it. There's Burrell at the top of the key. And that's for Anaya Davis. And the jump shot on the outside is no good by Kean Green, and Tennessee gets an offensive board. That's been a strength for this team so far. And there's Suarez driving. A wild shot. It's rebounded by the Paladins. Here's a look at the starting 5 for Furman. Alton, Walters, Killia, Hodges, and Tabor. Turnover by Furman. And now Tennessee will get it. Both of these teams, Andre, a little bit plagued by turnovers in the recent games.
Both teams have players that are not used to playing the point guard position. Jordan Walker, she's running the 1 for Tennessee right now, but she played the 2 all last season at Western Michigan, so a new role for her this season. And then for Furman, their point guard is a freshman, so turnovers have been definitely a struggle.
Tennessee averaging 19 turnovers a game, Furman 21, and there's a jumper outside, good. As Jordan Walker nails it, and Tennessee takes the early lead. Walker, a transfer from Western Michigan. She's inherited the point guard position for Tennessee, and she gets the Lady Vols on the board. Taborn with it, and out of Hodges on the wing. Pull-up jump shot by Walters is good. She's a good scorer, isn't she? Averaging 14 points a game. Here's Tennessee's lineup with Davis and Walker, Burrell, as we mentioned, Green, and Suarez, 2 new members of this Tennessee team. In fact, there are 3 new faces on this Tennessee team, Andre, in the starting lineup.
Coach Kelly Harper said that, even up to close to the first game, she wasn't sure who was going to be in the starting lineup, but for Kean Green, Marta Suarez, and Jordan Walker, they really just stood out in practice as far as their practice habits, their work ethic, and they earned the starting spot.
And Ray Burrell was fouled on that shot, and she'll go to the line. Burrell, junior out of Las Vegas, Nevada, averaging 18.7 points a game. And today at the shoot-around, Kelly Harper did nothing but rave about Burrell and the summer she had and how important it was to her.
There's just such a drastic difference in the way that she carries herself, especially on the offensive end, Bob. It just looks like she's so sure of herself. She knows the shots she wants to take. She knows when she wants to drive. Less turnovers, less frustration visibly when she's playing. I mean, just mentally and emotionally, she's in such a better place this season.
Kelly, the point guard from Athens, Greece, has it. Tennessee has a big height advantage over the Paladins. They're going to have a hard time getting some shots off inside. So you'll watch them try and play it from the outside. There's a tough shot, a runner, no good. Chasing it down is Walters. So she gets an offensive rebound and a bucket.
Tate Walters, she's a freshman, but she plays with very little fear. She's got a high skill set and can really score the basketball and just has work ethic to kind of stick with plays. Sometimes a freshman, you miss a shot, you hang your head. You don't see that from Tate Walters.
Burrell with it. Down low to Suarez. Double, triple teamed, and out front, a long jumper is good. Well, they open things up. And Ray Burrell hits a three-pointer. She's just playing with so much confidence, isn't she? It's amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, just no hesitation. Even right there on that kick out, she just catches it and shoots it in rhythm, on balance every time. And you also have to give credit to Marta Suarez. She's getting a few players surrounding her, crowding her, and Marta Suarez just has the patience, sees Ray Burrell, and passes it right out to her.
Lady Vols in front 8-4 to start things, 7-11 to go in this first quarter. It's Jordan Walker with the ball. And Renaya Davis launches her first shot. That's no good. Battle on the boards. Suarez puts it up. Can't get it to go. Suarez again puts it up and in. Their height advantage right there paying off for the Lady Vols.
Furman plays pack line defense. It's something that hopefully we can talk about a little bit later in the game as we see it more and more. But one thing you have to really be careful of is offensive rebounding. When you're playing on the help line, you've got to get to your player and box him out.
Hodges has her shot blocked by Key, who just came into the game. Tamari Key gets a block, and now Tennessee has the ball leading 10-4. Davis, tough from down there. Renaya Davis scores her first basket. She gets it that close, nobody's going to stop her.
And for Sydney James, I mean, she's a freshman, and obviously, you know, Renaya Davis has some height and length, but you've got to get a hand up and at least contest that shot.
Taborn in the lane, gets an open look and hits her first jump shot of the night. Taborn's a good story. She's been bothered by knee injuries. In fact, the doctor told her not even to play this year, but she said, I'm going to battle through that. Key down low. Walker knifes in, and Taborn got a piece of the ball, but also a piece of Jordan Walker.
I like Jordan Walker's attack to the basket right here. Just shoulder down, got fouled definitely, but just a straight line drive to the basket. That's what Tennessee needs her to do. If Tennessee can get paint touches, whether it's by drives or by post feeds, that'll open up things for their offense.
And Walker hits the first free throw. Came from Western Michigan. Her teammates call her JoJo. And both her parents were basketball players at Ferris State.
I watched film on her time at Western Michigan, and she can definitely score. I mean, shooting behind the three off of ball screens, pull-up jumpers in transition, threes in transition. She's running the point guard position. She will have to adjust to speed and size in the SEC, but she can score the basketball.
Got her degree from Western Michigan, working on a master's at Tennessee. Killia with the ball down low and in trouble, throws it away. They will have a hard time tonight all night dealing with Tennessee's size.
Size and length, especially on the perimeter. You know, one thing when I watched Furman against Georgia State, they had a hard time breaking the three-point line on their drives. They're driving east and west instead of north and south, but it's tough when your defenders are so long.
Midway through the first quarter, they get it down low to Key. She scores. There's nothing Furman can do about that. Tamari Key gets her first basket of the night. Tennessee would love to get her near the basket like that all night long. She's just impossible to stop.
It would be great for Tennessee to utilize Tamari Key as much as possible in games like this against teams like Furman where she has an advantage. Tamari Key needs to feel the game of basketball happening around her. That's going to help her making decisions in game situations.
Key now is 7 of 8 from the field to start the season. And Tennessee leads at 17-6. Killia with Renaya Davis right on her. Look at Key shut off the baseline, but there's an open jumper outside, short. And a follow is going to be no good. As that time Grace Van Rye missed those shots. She's a Knoxville product out of Bearden High School. Horston from the corner. So Horston knocks down a three-point shot, and Tennessee ups the lead to 20-6. Horston right in rhythm.
Well, they struggled with threes against West Virginia, but Jordan Horston able to knock it down, corner pocket. That's a bucket. Speaking out about her performance.
Well, she's not used to having games like that. She had scored in double figures 30 straight games, and that ended when she only had 8 points on that loss to West Virginia and just 4 of 19 from the floor, and those are not Renaya Davis numbers, are they?
No, not at all. And you have to think, though, if Renaya Davis is playing her game and playing to the best of her ability, with the addition of Ray Burrell and the numbers that she's putting up, those two can be a really dynamic pair. They just have to play well at the same time against tough competition.
So Furman down 20-6. Hodges with the ball out front. Tennessee's length and size has really bothered Furman running the offense. Grace Van Rye throws it away. Lady Vols coached by Kelly Harper, her second year, former point guard for Pat Summitt. And you can see that she has done a good job in the first year, 21 wins. And of course, no chance to play in the NCAA tournament. Is this an NCAA tournament team this year, do you think, Andrea?
I do think they have potential to be an NCAA tournament team. I think that there are a couple of key pieces, especially one like that. Tamari Key, if she can elevate her game just a little bit more and be an even bigger presence, that's huge. They need Renaya Davis to play well. They need Ray Burrell to play well, but they do have the pieces to get into the NCAA tournament.
Long jump shot by Horson. That's too long, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Furman.
And this is what you want to see from Tamari Key. The screen is what sets up the action. That's a hard screen, and usually when you set a good screen, good things happen, and she just has the awareness to turn. Nobody's around her. I think that's the piece for her, Bob, that has to grow and develop. The sense of the game, the decision-making, knowing when and where to be, that's what's missing.
You know, she's got good hands, she's got good feet, and it's just a matter of putting it all together and being able to score. There's another good catch, and she missed that one. Gets her own rebound and puts it in.
We talked to Kelly Harper even today, and she talked about Tamari Key and said that she has grown tremendously. Even something as small as making all her sprints so far this season just shows, you know, she's stepping up, she's working hard, and she is a player that's going to grow and develop.
Cassie Kiddawa is in there for Tennessee. Now also Jesse Rennie is in for the Lady Vols. Hodges missed that one. Look at the rebound, though. Flying in to get it and laying it up and in is out. Jaria Alton gets that bucket, and it's 24-8.
Those are the kind of plays that are frustrating when you're playing a team like Furman. The one thing you don't want of many things, but for a player that's 5'5" to fly in there and get an offensive rebound, that's frustrating.
Smallest player on the court gets that put back. Davis pulls up. Hodges gets the rebound, and here come the Paladins. They've had some games canceled. They're supposed to be playing Stetson. That game got canceled, and suddenly get a call from Tennessee. They were boarding the bus. And the coach, Jackie Carson, asked, you guys want to go to Tennessee and play the Lady Vols on Thursday? They said, yeah. So here they are. And that's kind of the way the scheduling's going right now in college basketball. People looking for games.
I love that the players said they wanted to come to Thompson Bowling Arena and play Tennessee. Coach Carson said that they have 8 freshmen, but they're fearless. They don't know any better. They want to play, and they want to play hard.
They've already played Clemson. They lost that game 83-43. So they know what it's like to play a big-time program. And so now they know they're fighting off a big chew tonight against Tennessee, but they took the challenge. And I think also the fact they've got 2 local girls on the team, and one of those is Grace Van Rye, who just got that rebound. She's from Bearden. They also have Evie DePietro, and she's out of Carter. Hodges out front.
One thing that Coach Carson said when we were talking to her was the only way the Clemson loss is a bad loss is if we don't learn from it. So the Clemson game, this game against Tennessee, they're going to learn valuable lessons that'll help them when they get into SoCon play.
Hodges missed her first 4 shots from the field, but she hit that one, her first bucket of the night. Renaya Davis, step back. That's a tough shot. This Kiddawa gets inside. That ball's knocked away, and now a foul's going to be called.
This is a new level to Tierra Hodges' game. The confidence to step out at the three-point line and knock down shots. All last season, teams would sag in because Selena Taborn was so productive down low, but Tierra Hodges couldn't knock down the 3 ball. So she said she wanted to shoot threes this season, put in the time on her own over the summer, and now it's an element to her game.
She's hitting 36% of her three-pointers this year. Kelly gets on the baseline, can't shoot it. Hodges will take another one. Getting a little confidence here late in the first quarter for Furman. 24-14 now. Rennie. She's having a hard time from the field. Davis tries to save it. Does, and it then goes off Furman out of bounds as Boone can't control it. .9 seconds left to go in this first quarter. And the Lady Vols lead it by 10. So you catch it and shoot it, and that's what Horston does. And the ball is out of bounds with 1.7 seconds to go.
And that's an easy shot. That's one that Jordan Horston is going to want back. There are times where it seems like she's pressing just a little bit, Bob.
And Furman's going to roll out the first quarter. Tennessee has a 10-point lead, but Hodges had a good first quarter for Furman.
And she is stepping out behind the arc. New element to her game. She cannot. Michelle Snow came out. The Tennessee Lady Vol fans were slow clapping, and that's when it all kind of started to hit Furman what was going to happen.
And it was 90-38 the final. And so now tonight to Jackie Carson. And this her 11th year as the Furman coach, brings her team in back to Thompson Bowling Arena to take on the Lady Vols. There's a drive and good defense by Tennessee. Walters missed it, but back it up and in. As Taborn follows it up. That's her second basket of the game. The second quarter has been a disaster for Furman, but they get this one off to a good start with that early basket. Down on the baseline, and that shot's up and in by Destiny Sowery. Ten-point Lady Vol lead.
You mentioned it, Bob. The second quarter for Furman has been such a deal breaker for so many of their games. They're in it in the other quarters. They're fighting back, but that second quarter, they've had a really hard time so far at just being productive. And Coach Carson said she's not sure exactly what it is about the second quarter just yet, but I like the way they've come out in this second quarter.
Shot's no good this time by Walters. Look at that pass, and a bucket and a blocking foul. Count the hoop. Green slices in, gets the layup and the foul, and will go to the line. Terrific pass.
That's Marta Suarez. She is so savvy at getting her players the basketball. She's a really good distributor. Just an on-point, on-target pass, and then Kean Green with the focus on the rim to finish through contact.
Green out of Liberty University, a grad transfer. Out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania originally. 93 games at Liberty and scored over 1,200 points. And she misses that free throw. 12-point lead for the Lady Vols. Taborn showing her range. That's her first three-pointer of the year.
They did that exact drill in shoot-around, pick and pop action, and just Selena Taborn in general being on the court for her team is so important, so impactful. She's playing through pain, she's a leader, and she's out here getting buckets.
She is. And Hodges gets that rebound, and here come the Paladins. Taborn only practices sporadically because of bad knees. She's got braces on both of them. There's a traveling violation, and again the doctors told her don't play, your knees are too bad. She said, well, I'll gut it out, and she's playing well tonight.
She's come this far in her career. She didn't want to give it up. She wanted this last season, and when I watch her play, she has the decision making and the skill set, but definitely lacks the mobility and just the confidence in her knees. And it makes sense because when you're playing through pain, something that I know firsthand, it's always in the back of your mind.
Walters knocks that ball away, and now the Paladins have it back. Gray goes baseline in traffic. Has the shot blocked. Suarez, I think, got a piece of that. And the Lady Vols now have a run out. Ahead of the pack and laying it up and in is Green.
That's something that when we're talking about Selena Taborn and Kean Green on the court, Kean Green can consistently beat Taborn down the floor. So Tennessee needs to look to run in transition.
No good by Hodges. And Suarez going to handle it. Suarez, a runner, is good.
I like the attack by Marta Suarez. I like it in particular because she was attacking looking for Ray Burrell. She was looking to give the basketball up, but no one got in front of her, so she scored.
And there's Taborn down low, gets fouled, and will go to the line.
We've seen a couple of times Marta Suarez find her teammates and put the pass where it needs to be. She's looking for Ray Burrell. You couldn't see Ray running down the court, but instead, Marta Suarez just takes it and has the nice touch to kiss it off of the glass.
Foul was on Green, and Taborn at the line misses. 50% free throw shooter. Her doctors told her, do not play. You are medically disqualified is what they said. And she said, well, I don't believe that. I'm going to go ahead and play. You got to really give her a lot of credit for just fighting through and being able to be out here with her teammates.
And even when she's not on the court, just that shoot around today, she's talking to everybody. She is a leader. She's a veteran. Furman runs a lot of sets. They run a lot of actions, and Selena Taborn knows every single position. She is really crucial for this team, especially because they're so young.
There's Ray Burrell outside again. A three-pointer by Ray Burrell, her second of the night.
Coming into the game, Furman, they talked a lot at shoot-around about playing on the help line. They play pack line defense, and they're going to give up some threes, which would seem okay since Tennessee struggled so much from behind the arc against West Virginia, but tonight they're knocking it down.
Jordan Walker on the steal. Look at that pass. Burrell back to Walker. Good vision that time by Ray Burrell. And it's 37-20. Kelly Harper today was just talking about they'll be favored tonight against Furman. She's looking for execution and defense, and she gets a defensive play here by Burrell. She's already in double figures with 10 points.
Double figures, Bob, and it's been an easy double figures in that it doesn't look like she's pressing. It doesn't look like she's forcing anything. She's just taking what the defense gives her, and then they're taking what the offense gives her and turning it into points.
And Burrell knocks that one out of bounds. In the 3 games this year, she's at 18 points, 20 points, and then 18 points against West Virginia. So she's been a scorer for Tennessee. Last year, it was kind of the 6th player.
Right.
And would come off the bench and give them a spark. And this year she's solidly in the starting lineup and has just been a terrific leader for this team.
The turning point for her last season against Mississippi State at home, Renia Davis was sick. Ray Burrell got the start, ended up scoring 20, getting 10 rebounds, and she just carried that momentum through the end of the year and then into this season.
Killia has it taken away. And there's a drive to the bucket by Jordan Walker. Tennessee ups the lead to 41-20. How do you like Tennessee's defense tonight? There's an open look outside by Perez.
I like their activity on defending dribble penetration, but they need to get out and contest three-point shooters. Make Furman put the ball on the floor, giving them open threes and easy knockdown threes. That's not going to fly in the SEC.
Burrell again. Long-range three. Ray Burrell bombs in another one. That's her 3rd three-pointer tonight. Perez trying to find somebody, and she gets the ball off to Walters. Misses the jumper. Furman now 9 of 21 from the floor, 42%. That jump shot short outside by Walker. Furman having a tough time right now, getting one to drop. Walters missed that one. 3:45 to go in the first half. Suarez from the corner. Well, they weren't falling against West Virginia. They're falling tonight for Tennessee, as they've hit now 6 of 11 from three-point range.
And that's something that I talked with Coach Jackie Carson about. She told me they're going to give up threes. That you have to pick your poison against Tennessee. She knows they didn't shoot well against West Virginia, but they're at home and they're knocking it down tonight.
Hodges lost the handle and tied up. And it'll take us to a break. And Ray Burrell, Andrea, is off to a great start.
Well, she's getting it done on the defensive end, getting a steal, turning it into offense, and then on the offensive end, shooting with confidence. Ray Burrell, let it fly. Huge.
Got 6 assists tonight. That's one off her career high of 7. Lady Vols shooting so well from the field tonight, 56%. And 6 of 11 from three-point range, considering they were 2 of 19 against West Virginia. Pass inside Davis. And that shot's no good. I talked to Kelly Harper today about, if Renaya's not going, do you call set plays for her? That was a set play.
That's exactly what they did on that last one, trying to get her going. And Coach Harper talked to us about the West Virginia game, and Renaya Davis, she struggled scoring and shooting the basketball, but she also didn't have any layups. None of her attempts were at the rim, and so that play, they tried to post her up down low since she has a size advantage, but they weren't able to convert.
Foul is going to be on Perez. That will be her first. Davis, only 2 points so far in this game, and she's 1 of 5 from the field. There's a three-pointer out front. Guess who?
Ray Burrell is on fire. If she gets it, she should shoot it every time. Heat check shots, she needs to take them until she misses them, and even if she misses them, shoot it again.
Hodges. Nope. Burrell. She is really a stat stuffer tonight. That's another rebound, and Burrell got about an 8-footer good. Somebody better guard her or she might get 50 tonight.
But it's really from one end to the other end. I mean, she went up for the rebound, had so much energy in the push, gets the outlet, gets it right back. Just back-to-back plays, making things happen.
Renaya Davis, the rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. There you go. As Burrell caught it and launched it, but
that's
missed
the heat check I was talking about.
Why not? The way you're shooting the ball. Hodges passed one up, had a shot to let one fly. 90 seconds to go in the half. Tennessee led at the end of one, 24-14, and has dominated this half. And there's a reach and foul by Key.
And I love just the control by Ray Burrell. That's a step back. She gets her eyes high, finds the rim, and stays on balance. Sometimes when you step back, you keep fading away. She steps back and still goes straight up.
Burrell will take a rest with 1:17 to go in the first half. Van Rye with it. And now the jumper out front, good. And that's Walters. Walters, a freshman from Buford, Georgia. You know something about Buford, Georgia?
Absolutely. We are from the same stomping grounds. Both played for the Lady Wolves, played for the great Jean Durden. So when I watch Tate Walters play, and we haven't seen it as much tonight, but she is just a blue-collar, hard worker, very skilled player coming from Buford.
How many state championships were you involved there?
I was involved in 3. She was involved in 4.
How about that?
So.
By the same coach.
Yes, and more. I mean, he's just the way that he coaches the game of basketball, coaches you on the court, off the court. I mean, I'm not surprised at all by the way that Tate Walters has been able to come in on this Furman team. They run a ton of action. They run so many things. And just watching her and shoot around, she knew all the entries, all the plays. She's talking to her teammates, and she can put up big numbers.
She's got 7 points tonight. And Walters will go to the line to shoot a couple. At 25 against Georgia Southern. this year, had 15 against Georgia State. So she's getting her career at Furman off to a great start.
The best part again about her 25-point performance was in their first game against Clemson, she was 1 for 13, but didn't let it phase her. She bounced right back, and there it is, the good old days, Bob.
There you are. Andre on the right, Tate on the left, both wearing number 3. But you say you later went to number 4. Why did you switch to 4?
I did. I went to number 4 because I had a teammate transfer in that had worn number 3 her whole life. And number 3 didn't mean that much to me at the time. So I was like, sure, I'll change numbers. I didn't care what jersey I had on. I was going to play regardless. So switched my number.
There's a pass cross court that's out of bounds as Salary throws it away. Tess Darby is in for the Lady Vols. She missed a shot just earlier, and Darby getting a chance to play for the first time.
Coach Harper says Tess Darby is steady. She says she can knock down open shots, make the right plays. Been battling a little bit with an injury, but it's good to see her get time on the court.
As a senior, her team went 34-0 in high school in Greenfield, Tennessee. And that shot's good from Sydney James out of Ocala, Florida. Hits it from the corner. 52-30. And a drive, no good this time. Furman's going to get one last shot with 5 seconds to go. Gray takes it to the basket and puts it in. So Gray scores coast to coast. And she'll go to the line to shoot.
This is a player, Sydney James, that Coach Carson said when she gets it, it is going to be great. So far this season, she's been a little jittery, struggled a little bit just with her nerves. She wants to do well. She wants to play well. But the last 2 possessions, knocks down a 3 and then scores through contact. She's a freshman, but she's skilled. She's got great size as well.
And that final heave is short, and that takes us to the end of the first half. For 19 performance against West Virginia.
Well, you definitely want to see Rennia Davis make things happen, but you also don't want her to press. So there's a little bit of a balance. If she takes good shots, gets good looks at the basket, hopefully she can knock them in, but you just want to see her play and attack and try to make things happen.
Here come the Paladins. They'll have it first. Killia, the point guard. Down to the baseline, out front. There's a wide open 3, and that's nailed by Walters.
That was a great execution for Furman. They executed that play to a T.
Pass inside, knocked away, and a foul's going to be called as Green, trying to get it back, is going to pick up her second foul. Alton was able to make that steal, and Green picks up the foul. Tennessee played 13 players in the first half, so everybody got a chance to get in there.
Really like the way that Furman's executing coming out of the second half. I know it's only been 2 possessions, but they're cutting hard, they're setting screens and running their action and looking for the next option. That's something that I haven't really seen, especially against Clemson, against Georgia State, but they've done a nice job in the second half.
Hodges working on Suarez. Good defense by Suarez, and the shot's missed. Here's Burrell taking it to the basket. Can't get that one to go, but there's Green to try and follow it. Nope. And Taborn gets the rebound. Walters gets free, and then Burrell, recovering, blocks that shot.
Ray Burrell's length makes her so tough on the defensive end for Tate Walters. And even right here, Ray Burrell is beat, but she's just got such great length that she can get that block over the top. And even, Bob, when she's playing on the ball defense, her arms are so long that she can contest a shot from a few feet back.
Walters a quick trigger, but it's wedged against the rim and the backboard. And the ball will go back to Tennessee. We mentioned the fact we saw in shoot-around today, Walters has that quick release, and that time got it off quickly, but just off target. Burrell slices it over to Walker, and a turnover. Hodges trying to finish it up, and a foul's going to be called on Walker. So the turnover and the foul on Walker, and will send Tierra Hodges to the line.
Those are the type of plays that you don't want to see if you're on the Tennessee side, especially against Furman. They play such a pack line defense. They're not a team that tries to force turnovers. They don't try to deny the next pass or get in the passing lanes. So for Tennessee, you have to take care of the basketball, find each other, and execute on offense for a good shot.
Hodges' 7th point of the night. That's on a 16-point average. For Tennessee, that's the 4th turnover tonight, that's a good number for Tennessee compared to some of the fact when you look at the numbers, they're giving up 19 a game. So they've cleaned things up tonight. She looks a little frustrated, doesn't she?
Visibly frustrated, and she's had a tough night so far.
Ready into the game now for Tennessee, and also Key is in. There's a little floater in the lane. Good by Horston.
It's a great job by Jordan Horston at stopping her momentum instead of going in for the charge. Furman, one thing they talked about in shoot-around, they're looking to take charges, but Tennessee's done a nice job so far at avoiding it.
There's Hodges, an open look. Hodges has 15 double-doubles in her career. She's got 10 points tonight. And she's got 4 rebounds. Tennessee up by 14. Good entry pass to Kiddewan. She's fouled on the play. Walters picks up the foul.
That is a nice skip pass. It looked like Salary was going to pass to Jessie Rennie in the corner, and instead she slings it at an angle right where it needed to be for Horston.
First team foul of the half on Furman. Tennessee has 2. And the Lady Vols are working in with 7:25 to go in the third. Got to get it in. Key gets it. Rennie makes a nice move to the basket and scores. Rennie makes a nice move. That's her first basket of the year.
A nice attack by Jessie Rennie. She's known for shooting threes, but got all the way to the rim.
Key gets that block. Hodges around Kiddewan. Good first step by Hodges.
Tierra Hodges is athletic. Like you said, great first step. And for Kassiana Kashkedawa, she will need to be able to guard 4 players that can attack from the perimeter. In the SEC, the 4-player, if you think about it, there are so many 4s that can attack and can score from the perimeter.
Horston. Not this time, and Hodges gets it away from Key. Furman down 14. The trailer hits. Hodges again. She's got 15.
Excellent energy by Tierra Hodges on both ends of the floor. She's snagging rebounds, she's making plays. When she plays hard and brings that energy, it elevates the play of everyone else.
Furman hanging with Tennessee. Key gets it down low, and she gets fouled. Got it too low that time. And all you can do is foul her, and then Key will go to the line.
This is a great athletic attack by Tierra Hodges. That's something that Kassiana Kashkedawa will need to be prepared for when she faces players like Indy Jones and Rikia Jackson from Mississippi State, Indy Jones from Texas A&M. They can get to the rim. You have to be able to defensive slide and cut it off.
Key at the stripe, and she'll get that one to drop. Key's got 8 points tonight. Missed that one. And then reaches around, and a jump ball is called. The honor of possession goes to the Paladins, though. 57-45. Andrea, if you would have asked Jackie Carson today at shoot-around, midway in the third quarter, you're down by 12, I think she would have been pretty happy with her team.
I would be happy as well, because really this is the best that I've seen them, with the exception of the Georgia Southern game, with their offensive execution. They're running their plays, they're getting reversals, finding the option, and they just look more comfortable on the offensive end at running their sets.
And Hodges gets fouled by Key. Third foul on Key and the third team foul. That has been a problem for Key, foul problem. Picking up fouls, and Suarez now comes in for her.
And there's a fine line between going for block shots, getting the block shot, and getting the foul. And for Tamari Key, she does have such a great knack for blocking shots, but she has to be in the right position.
Hodges to the line. She's got 3 double-doubles this season in their 3 games they played. She's in double figures tonight. As she hits that one, she's down by 16. Here's our college basketball doubleheader for Tuesday right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Number 12, Tennessee host Appalachian State in Knoxville at 7. Then Furman is in Tuscaloosa to take on Nate Oates and the exciting Crimson Tide of Alabama. Tennessee in transition gets that one to go. And Renaya Davis gets her first basket of the second half. 4th point of the night. And quick hands by Davis, knocks it out of bounds. Tennessee's got to get her going, don't you think?
Absolutely. I would really like for Tennessee to just execute on the offensive end, get ball movement, and get clean driving lanes to the basket, take good shots, but especially for Renaya Davis.
Out on the baseline. Kicks it out, top of the key, an open look. Walters missed it. Can't ask for a better shot than that, though. Horston gets it inside to Suarez, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Through that elbow.
And give Jaria out in credit. That's 2.
Takes on Vanderbilt, and at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, it's Auburn and Mississippi State in our SEC Saturday night matchup. Here the matchup is Tennessee and Furman. Lady Vols lead at 59-46, but Andrea, Furman's still very much within striking distance.
I've been impressed with the way that Furman came out in the second half, and they've been executing their offense, getting the shots that they want, and running their plays in full.
Traveling violation, as Walters just couldn't quite get the handle of it. I was impressed with Coach Carson's shoot-around today and how efficiently she ran it and how much work they got done today, and they're executing everything she told them to do and how this was going to play out tonight.
I really liked their shoot-around as well. You know, she was on them. She had them sprinting to their spots. She said, you know, in shoot-around, whatever you do in shoot-around, that's how you're going to play. They went really hard in shoot-around, and they're playing hard tonight as well.
Renaya Davis throws a bullet to Kishkitawa, and that's a turnover. Again, a great player at Furman. She wants to get this program back to where it was when they were going to the NCAA tournaments. They are picked 4th in the preseason Southern Conference poll. That shot is way off the mark by James in the corner. And here comes Renaya Davis. And a charging violation. She just looks out of sync, doesn't she?
Looks frustrated. Even right here, I mean, you just stop your momentum in full. Just stop a little bit earlier. She could have given up the basketball, but Tate Walters was where she needed to be, got the contact. Even if it wasn't much contact, Tate Walters sold it.
Tennessee now in a zone.
I like the decision by Tennessee to go to a zone because, like we already talked about, Furman looked like they were executing pretty comfortably in their man-to-man sets and actions.
Suarez charges. She telegraphed that one. She put her head down, went to the bucket.
Furman came in tonight looking and talking about taking charges. This is something that they wanted to do. They knew they would be able to get in position if Tennessee's players had their head down. They knew they could take charges, and it's happened twice.
It's one of those old battles. You have the big size like Tennessee has, but Furman has smaller players but quicker players. And the quicker players are hanging in there. Still down by 13. Open look from the corner. Can't ask for a better look than that. Suarez gets the rebound as James missed that corner three. Davis is open. That won't go. Burrell on the offensive glass and scores. First basket, second half. She's got 20 on the night.
In that last possession, Ray Burrell did multiple things that are high quality. Even the dribble penetration and finding Rennia Davis, even though she missed it, that's a great attack and a great find. So Rennia Davis, she misses the shot, but look at Ray Burrell just staying active, getting in position. She went from the baseline to the middle. That was just to put herself in a better position to get the rebound, and she got it.
Tennessee led at halftime, 52-33, now leads 61-46, under 3 minutes to go. And there's going to be a traveling violation as Auten just couldn't come to a stop. Got no bit of a hurry that time on that possession. Turnovers in the game. Furman has 12. Tennessee with 8. Walker penetrates and kicks it off the glass. She's got 8 in the game.
Nice job by Jordan Walker. That lane was open. There was a cross screen happening, and it opened up the block.
Horston with quick hands. Knocks it out of bounds. Andrea, what's so good about Tennessee's defense when you look at this zone? Is it the length, just how big they are?
The length does make it so tough. And really, if you watch, they all are playing with their hands up, which is extremely important, especially when you're playing zone. It just looks like they're clogging the lanes, and it looks like there's nowhere to go for Furman.
And there's another turnover as Burrell comes up with a steal. Burrell throws up a wild shot that gets blocked out of bounds. Van Rye got a piece of that one. So Burrell, a big first half with the 18 points, only 2 points so far here in the second. She has 20 on the night. Horston spins in traffic and charges.
It took Furman a while, but they have settled in on the defensive end, and they are getting where they need to be and taking advantage of Tennessee playing out of control. That's an out-of-control spin move. Jordan Horston could have just stopped her feet and hit the skip pass. Furman right where they need to be.
Guarding that baseline. And put that shot up. Walters missed it. They've had some good looks this half. Trailing 63-46. Had cut it down to 11 at 56-45. Because Kiddawa can't hit that one, and a foul's going to be called on Tennessee.
And that's what you want to see from Cassiana Kashketawa. The seal was nice, playing physical down low, but she has to do a better job at finishing those plays.
Foul was on Burrell. And that will be her first, and that will send Furman to the free throw stripe. Hodges looking for her 17th point. To go along with 7 rebounds in the game. One of the best players in the Southern Conference. Missed that one because Kiddawa the rebound. Kiddawa in traffic, kicks it off to Burrell. drains it. Ray Burrell, her first three-pointer of the second half. She's got 5 of those tonight. Good inside pass. Taborn can't finish. Burrell tonight 5 of 6 from three-point range. Burrell sets it and hits it.
Absolutely letting it fly. Bob, she is shooting with so much confidence.
69-47. Led by Burrell, this outburst by her. As they've opened up the lead now, 69-47. Killia trying to answer, can't do it. And there's a tough move to the basket by Sydney James. And she'll be fouled on the play by Suarez. James, a good-looking freshman out of Ocala, Florida. Had 16 points in their game against Georgia State. And she'll go back to the free throw stripe here.
I like Sydney James.
Yeah, I do too.
She's athletic. She's got great size. Works really hard all shoot around today. When it starts to click for her, things are really going to flow.
And hits both free throws. 8 points on the night. Lead is 20. And a foul in backcourt. Furman has fouls to give as we wind down the third quarter, so try and get a couple steals here if you can. Still got a foul to waste. Furman going for the steal, and there's a foul against Suarez with 5.2 seconds remaining. Almost got the steal.
Furman bringing a little energy to end the quarter, and you could think maybe they're working on their press here. When they're playing in the SoCon, they are going to need a full court press, so why not try it against Tennessee?
2 seconds to go, and the shot a little bit late by Jordan Walker. It was an 11-point game, and then suddenly Ray Burrell came alive again.
Well, Renaya Davis only has 4 points, but Ray Burrell is filling it up. 26 points tonight, 6 threes. It's the development and the momentum. It's like her play has snowballed. As it's kept rolling, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and she's really stepped up. On a night where Renaya Davis is struggling, she's been key.
Well, she's been the difference. You know, she hadn't forced shots. They've been in the offense and just taking open looks. That's a long three, and that's good by Jordan Walker out front. That's her first three-pointer of the night. Now she's in double figures with 11.
Tennessee definitely has the pieces, Bob. Jordan Walker can score. Ray Burrell can score. If those two can play their game. Kean Green brings energy. Tamari Key is solid on the defensive end. They need Renaya Davis as well.
Sydney James nails a three-pointer. That's her second of the night. And a turnover. Over and back. And that's been one of the problems, just unforced turnovers for Tennessee.
For the fourth quarter, it's especially important for Tennessee. You know, Coach Harper talked to us earlier today. She doesn't want them to get things because they're bigger or faster or more athletic. She wants them to have success tonight because they're doing things the right way and executing. And with Texas coming up on Sunday, getting a feel of what it's like to execute is important.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. Killia trying to find somebody open. Hodges. Collision, and that's a charge. Green stood there and took it. And Hodges picks up the foul. First team foul on, first foul of the night on Hodges. Shot clock at 10. Nice pass. Green can't finish it. That cost Burrell an assist.
Tennessee did a nice job that last possession at staying patient and waiting. It was a good find by Ray Burrell. Kean Green just has to finish.
Killia threw it away. Destiny's make that Walker. Gets it off. And Burrell misses a short little floater. Ball spins out of bounds. That's going to be off Tennessee. How have you liked how Tennessee has run the offense tonight? I mean, shooting 51% from the floor is an improvement and good sign.
It's definitely a good sign, and you know it really starts with Ray Burrell. She is absolutely lighting it up for Tennessee. Offensive execution is so important. I've liked what I've seen from them so far, but it could be cleaner, it could be crisper, harder cuts. The little things are going to make a big difference when you get into SEC play.
And there's another turnover. Killia just lost the handle. Now the Burrell has the ball banged off her foot, and now a jump ball is going to be called. Tennessee will get another test on the road Sunday at Texas. That'll be a good matchup.
Someone that the SEC is definitely familiar with. Vic Schaefer, his new home in Austin, Texas, and he's got a squad and he's got a stud in Charlie Collier. She is playing incredible basketball so far this season. Big body post player. She can shoot the three. Tennessee will definitely be tested on Sunday.
And forcing the ball up is Outen and gets fouled on the play, and will go to the line to shoot. Foul is on Ray Burrell. That'll be her second foul. And you see Tennessee's upcoming schedule. Some tough games coming up.
Texas is tough. Kentucky, they've got Ryan Howard, the reigning SEC Player of the Year, and she has a lot more pieces around her for the Wildcats. Connecticut hasn't played a game yet this season. Their first 3 games were canceled, but they're set to play on Saturday, so we'll see what they're bringing to the table. And South Carolina, Bob, they're looking good.
Got upset early in the year, but they'll still be around at the end, you know. Out misses the second, got the first one to go. 72-53. Rennie fires a three. Can't get that one to go. But Key gets the rebound and Tennessee resets. Rennie known as a three-point specialist, and she has missed her first 5 of the season. Hadn't got one to drop yet. And that one goes off her hands and out of bounds.
I really like what I've seen, Bob, from Jaria Outen running the point guard position. They've had Paris Gavi running the point guard. She's a freshman, but Jaria's kind of come in, and she's really running the team.
Renai Davis. And that's McCoy. Jaden McCoy gets her first basket of the night. That's her first three-pointer of the season. Outen just not big enough to get inside there as that shot's blocked. McCoy got a piece of it. Davis going to take a long bomb, and that's no good.
Cecilia Taborn is not guarding Jaden McCoy at all. She is staying in the paint.
Tough night for Davis continues. 2 of 8 from the field, just 4 points. Very unlike Renaya Davis numbers.
And what you want to see from her is to still bring the energy, still talk to her teammates, still high fives. I mean, they're carrying her right now. And so you want to see her just keep her energy up. We talked about the tweet where she talked about the support of her teammates. She's showing frustration right now.
Well, you know what type of player she is. These shots are going to start falling.
Yes.
And she just has to shoot her way out of that.
Yes, definitely. She is a skilled, talented player. It's a good sign for her teammates to be able to produce without her so that when she comes back, you can put all the pieces together.
How'd you get out of a shooting slump? All shooters go through it.
You know, Carolyn Peck gave me a pep talk before a Missouri game, told me to let it go, stop overthinking, and just let it fly. And really, I did that, but I started focusing on the other things. My defensive energy, my communication, and when I stopped thinking about my shooting, that's when the shots went in.
Yeah, you stop worrying about it, just play your game, and they're eventually going to go because you put in the work in the offseason. Renaya Davis, nobody's doubting the work she puts in. She's one of the hardest workers on his team. It's just one of those deals right now. It's just not going down.
And the thing about Renaya Davis is everyone knows what she's capable of. So even if she's not hitting shots, if she doesn't get double figures tonight, when they go into Texas on Sunday, Texas is still going to guard her like the All-American that she is, and she can create for her teammates.
Davis gets an open look, and that one goes down. Her 6th point of the night. That is a good feeling when you're going through a slump and finally one goes in for you. Kind of like a golfer finally making a putt. A little too much dribble on that time by Perez, and she wins for Tennessee over Furman, trying to make it 5 tonight. I think an illegal screen was called, and it's on Renaya Davis. Tess Darby now into the game for Tennessee. 2nd time she's been in tonight.
Tennessee using this opportunity to get some of their more inexperienced players time on the court, time in game situations.
Darby, Emily Saunders is out there. McCoy. And that shot no good from the corner, as Perez misses that one, and Tennessee's got the ball. Starters out of the game now for the Lady Vols. McCoy, her 2nd 3-pointer of the game.
And Tennessee ended their shoot-around with a 3-point shooting drill where they just passed all of them in a line, passed, caught, set, and shot threes, and it's paid off.
That shot won't drop. Furman had cut this lead down to 11 at 56-45, but since then Tennessee's outscored them 24-8. And McCoy gets a piece of that one. And then a jump ball is asked for as Perez ties up Salary.
Really, if you're Furman and your Furman staff, though, you're very happy with their performance tonight. I've liked their offensive execution, and with their defense, they play pack line defense. They knew they were going to give up threes to Tennessee. Had no idea Tennessee would go 12 for 22. So if you take that out of the equation, I mean, Furman has had a quality performance here on a big stage against a tough Tennessee team.
Well, when you consider last game, Tennessee was 2 of 19 from 3-point range. So you're hoping they would shoot like that tonight, but they didn't because of the fact Ray Burrell was red hot.
And they picked their poison and chose to give up threes, and really they've done a good job at limiting Tennessee's straight line drive to the basket. It's just been Tennessee knocking down threes. It's Jada McCoy's third three. If you would have told Coach Jackie Carson that Jada McCoy was going to hit threes, I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, you got to think in the scattering report, you let McCoy shoot from out there.
Right. And this is what Furman wants to do. They want to stop the drives to the basket and cause the kick out. Tennessee's just been able to knock them down.
And give McCoy some credit after the shoot around today. She stayed out and was taking three-point shots, and it pays off. Rennie with the steal. That's her second basket of the night. Now Evie DePietro out of Carter High School is getting a chance to play. And that ball knocked out of bounds by Rennie. So Tennessee's going to go to 3-1 with a trip to Austin, Texas coming up on Sunday. That will be a big test.
They will need every bit of the three-point shooting, the defensive energy, the play by Ray Burrell, but they will also need Renia Davis to show up and show out.
Right. These are back-to-back games where Davis has struggled. Just 6 points tonight for Davis. 3 seconds in the shot clock, and they can't get it off.
It's playing ball, basketball.
Andre, you look at the last quarter and a half, and Tennessee really has dominated this game. Furman was hanging around. It was 56-45, and then Burrell gets hot, and everything just kind of, they put a stranglehold on this one, and another three-point shot by Tennessee. And that's Tess Darby's first basket as a Lady Vol. We'll take a break as Darby hits her first bucket as a Lady Vol. Lady Vols lead 88-53.
Tennessee up on Furman 88-53 in the fourth, but for Furman, Bob, so many things that they can take with them moving forward for the last 3 games of non-conference play, and then when they get into the SoCon.
Still got a trip down to Georgia to take. Still get another SEC foe. I would think that Jackie Carson would have to be pleased with just the approach her team took. They knew they were going to be outmanned, outsized, everything, but they have played very hard and they ran their stuff and stayed in this game for a long time.
And she told us we have to realize what are going to be considered wins this year. And I think there are a lot of small wins within this game against Tennessee that they got.
30 seconds to go in the game. And a hand check foul as Rennie tried to make a move to the basket. And Kennedy Greer picks up that foul, her first. Not a shooting foul. Salary, she'll go to the line this time to shoot. Fouled, going to the basket.
For Emily Saunders, Bob, she catches the basketball, has such a big height advantage. You want to see her catch it and look to score down low, have an aggressive mindset when she's in the game.
Destiny Salary out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. She was actually offered by Kelly Harper while she was coaching at Missouri State, and then followed that up by offering her when she came to Tennessee. Salary played for the Jonesboro Hurricane. She was a 3-time All-State selection in Arkansas and hits both free throws.
I like her game. She also just brings a lightness and an energy to Tennessee with her fun personality.
Furman misses on the baseline. We'll get one last crack at it. And that one will go awry. Well, maybe they'll get one more. And that one's no good, and that will end the game. So Tennessee pulls away midway in the third quarter as the Lady Vols improve to 3-1.